I'm trying to find time today. It's not my friend. Just had to send my son to school. Not that he's skipping again or anything. Yvonne wants to come see me this afternoon. She said, well, I can do the videos at her place. But I prefer to do the videos here. Because she has three children there, and there's no guarantee that it's going to be an environment conducive to creating videos. But I've also had stuff that's been kind of, I don't want to say bothering me, but I've been thinking about all day. So last night I'm just rattling through names. It's just last names. I say Matt Hoffman. It happens. I don't know. There's a BMX racer that died named Matt Hoffman. I have no idea. I haven't looked it up this morning. Like, why? It's not the Padres pitcher. That was Trevor Hoffman. Man, he was the best though. He was my favorite. Hell's Bells would play when he came in. Game was over when Hoffman came in. Honestly, I chalk it up to the fact that I'm going through lists of a lot of players. You guys are watching videos of mine, and you also have access to TSN and Sportsnet. All these places where they have scripts, everything's planned out. They have rehearsals. I mean, unless it's off the cuff news like a big trade, there's no. It's hard to. And it's kind of disheartening somewhat, because like you guys know, I mean, I don't have a lot of time. My schedule's pretty full up. Today there's only one game in the NHL, so there's not a whole lot to report on. I mean, it's Tampa and the Islanders, and I have no idea who's going to win that game. There are rumors that Trevor Linden may be stepping down, but they're still just rumors. Apparently, it was being reported on Team 1040 that Linden's ready to step down, but that there's Pat Quinn night or something like that, and he wants to wait till that's over. So, other than that, there's not really a whole lot to report on. And I don't have the advantage that guys like Mackenzie and Drager and all these guys have. That's their job. My job is 40 hours a week of slogging in a plant and hoping that I stay off the radar. And that's it. That's my job. Um, and then, I come home and I'm trying to be a dad to a teenager who's doing his very best to make sure that he fails at life. Listens to nothing I've told him. And I've got a girlfriend who lives, well, for those of you who are in the States, she's 20 miles away. Well, that's not, about 15 miles away, about 30 clicks. So for her to come over and see me is not just coming next door, and we can't live together until that's worked itself out. So in the meantime, I have a YouTube channel, and YouTube is a what have you done for us lately kind of thing. And that if I said, okay, well, I'm not doing a video today. I didn't do a video yesterday. Well, I'm not going to do one today either. It doesn't take very long before YouTube subscribers find something else to do. There's plenty of channels I subscribe to that have gone inactive, and I don't even notice until I go through my subscriptions, and I'm like, oh, that channel's dead. And it doesn't take very long. And for me, It's like today I had a really neat idea for a new segment to do, but Yvonne wants me to go over to her place, and I want to go over to her place. I'm probably not going to get to see her tomorrow either, because she's getting her van fixed. That's the other thing. I don't like her coming out here all the time because her van's been having issues, and I don't want to see it die when she's coming out to see me. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's probably the Sportsnet app. No, that's Twitter. I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh. Okay, well, that's nice. Anyways, I just, so today's been one of those days where I have work stress. I, know it's Monday, so my kid's not going to go to school. He does that every Monday. And every Monday, so I don't feel well. You know what? Fucking welcome to the club. You guys saw, if you watched yesterday's videos, I felt like crap, and I not only went to work, I did 4 videos yesterday. And I look at revenues, and it's still just flatlining. And flatlining, and there's the girlfriend. And, like, I just, oh my god. I don't know. I just, I know I had nightmares all night last night because I woke up pissed off. So it's one of those things where, like, I've got all these ideas of stuff I want to do. I started the history of today's Islanders, and I started all these history videos because I felt like, well, that's an interesting thing to do. And now I'm about halfway through, and I don't know, it just feels like people are like, whatever. But, I mean, I can watch hockey and just post videos of when I react and get emotional watching it. But then that's, I don't know, that alters what this channel is meant to be. So I've come to the grim realization that there's only one way to kind of nudge myself and this channel forward. So the new camera didn't do it. The new computer didn't do it. I'm still getting roughly the same as I was for all that, and none of that stuff was cheap. So, it means I'm going to have to create a Facebook page for this thing. See, and I have many reasons I don't like to be on Facebook. Many, 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 many reasons I don't like to be on Facebook. But I may not have a choice here. Because it really is, to me, kind of at a crossroads in terms of where it goes from here and what I do with it. For instance, I see a blip on my other channel and I'm like, okay. Because I like watching television, I like watching movies, and I can sit here and I can talk about Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I can talk about all these things for hours on end, just as much as I can hockey. And I know, it's funny because people talk about me with hockey names. And, the funny part is that in terms of actors, actresses, and movies and TV shows that everybody's from, I am really, really good at that. Fantastic at it, actually. Where some nobody will be on a TV show and I'll go, oh, that's so-and-so from this show from back, and it's like, people look at me like, how do you remember that? I don't know. I just remember. I don't need member berries either. But it's one of those things where I could say, well, it's Monday, it's middle of the week for me, but it's the start of the week for everybody else, and take that for what it's worth. But I don't know. I have to figure this out. I mean, I'm even looking at custom thumbnails, and custom thumbnails are nice and fine and dandy, but I look at other channels and I look at videos I have posted here, and I look at the ones with the most views and the ones that don't perform well, and the videos where it's this big ugly face seem to do just as well or better than the ones with the custom thumbnails. And I'm wondering as well if people are clicking because I'm always wearing a different jersey. So any thumbnail is going to be different from any other because I'm always wearing a different jersey, and the jersey hat combination is almost never the same. I got a Pittsburgh jersey waiting for me over at Lids today. I'm picking that sucker up. That's going to be awesome. But you know, it's so I'm kind of torn on that as to what I'm going to do. If anybody's like, oh, he's going to just close it. Oh, no, I'm not stopping posting on the channel. It's a matter of what I'm going to post. And in the beginning, way back in like late April, it's about this, well, it was, you know, right when the playoffs started and you know, people started interacting with me on YouTube. And I started predicting the playoffs. And I'm much better predicting the playoffs than predicting the regular season because I'm predicting series, not individual games. And although last night the only game I think the only game I got wrong last night was just Dallas Vancouver. I had assumed Dallas was going to put a goaltender in net, and not whatever the fuck Lehtinen was last night. Holy crap, that was sad. That was just pathetic. That was, you know, I don't know what the plan is in Dallas. But they got to figure that shit out because Lehtinen is terrible and so's Niemi. I've watched every Dallas game, and I'm saying right now, you can put the blame on the defense a little bit, but honestly, those save percentages are disgusting. They're absolutely gross. And this is a trend that they had last year too. They have one good performance and one bad performance by the goaltenders. Now it's 2 bad performances to 1 good performance by the goaltenders. And you cannot survive in the NHL with that. You just can't. In the 80s, sure. Now, absolutely not. You can't. You just can't do it. Rant aside, I just figured I'd give you guys a bit of an update because I'm not doing a prediction video today. And I'm just, I don't know. Like I said, I have ideas for things I can do, video ideas. But it's a matter of, and it's not, you know, if anybody's going, oh, he just talks about the money. It's not just the money, it's growth. And it's not just subscriber count. Like, subscriber count is one thing. Active subscriber count is another. I don't think active subscriber counts necessarily change. I think there's people come in, they hit the subscribe button, and then they leave. My trick is bringing people back. So, you know, I'm going to have to start doing things a little differently. And I think part of it for me is when the channel was getting really popular, I was just kind of doing stream of thought, which is the same as this. And I've never really got off that whole stream of thought thing. So anybody's like, oh, you need to edit your videos. No, that's never been me. It's not how I work. Not on this channel anyways. If I had a channel where that was specifically how I started things, sure. But I think part of my problem is I'm trying to plan things a little too much. And I think it's decreased the amount of, like, I don't know, again, I like the history videos. The history videos I think are fun. I think if I stumbled upon a channel that discussed the history of teams in any sport, I think I would sit down and just go through that playlist at some point. You know, especially if it was a video from the point of view of somebody who's older than I am, and I am older than a vast majority of the subscribers on here. So I always feel like, okay, I'm going to talk about this because this harkens back to the 80s and early 90s. And there's a lot of people on my channel who wouldn't remember it as well as I do, or potentially weren't around at that point. So I'm, you know, discussing things from a point of view from a guy who saw this, who watched this hockey, and, you know, that's what I try to do. So anyways, I just figured I would touch base with you guys a little bit, and I almost feel like I need to apologize or something here. Like I don't know. You know, something went off the rails somewhere, and I'm trying to figure out where. And, you know, there are, you know, an endless amount of things that I could cover, but I've chosen hockey. And that does definitely tie me down, because whenever I talk about the NFL or I talk about baseball or I talk about anything else, view counts are just dead on those. Those videos make nothing. There's not any point in me even talking about it. And starting a new channel, which is, there was a point where I said, I want to talk about Doctor Who, and immediately people were like, well, just start a new channel for that. New channels don't attract a lot of views. They just don't. So, that is an issue. I mean, I don't get the organic view count with that. So part of resuming my Facebook, I don't want to, but I feel like it's necessary in order to grow the channel and to have another way of reaching out and potentially making it pop. Because I know there's shortcuts. The shortcuts is to talk about certain teams all the time and just do, post game and go crazy and they get all emotional. There's other shortcuts. I could just do videos on my cats. Hey, Shadow. I don't know why you're getting comfy, because apparently Yvonne's coming over and taking me away. But, there's, yeah, he doesn't ask. He just, this is how it works. This is how it works. I am a beautiful cat. You must love me. This is for people who aren't cat people and say, well, I like dogs because they're affectionate. Cats aren't affectionate. This is true. This is proof that's not true. Now, it's conditional love. Unlike dogs, cats give conditional love. You must pay attention to me in the right order, at the right time, and for the right duration, or I will be very angry. But for the most part, he's a happy cat. So I'm doing something right. Ow, stop. Anyways, so yeah, I apologize for the length of this video. I just wanted to say a few things before I continue on with other videos. But again, I'm debating a few things here as I try to improve the channel for you guys. I didn't get a new webcam for me. It's not like I'm, getting a new webcam to talk to anybody on Skype, or I don't even use Skype or Facebook or anything else. This I got for you guys. This I got so that your experience on this channel will be more enjoyable, because the video and sound quality will be better. That's why I did it. So, and I didn't get this webcam on sale either. This was a full price $100 webcam. This was, I know there are a few people that I told them how much I paid for a webcam. They're like, really, you paid that much? You can get them for like $40 at Future Shop. And it's like, yeah, but I wanted quality this time. What? Shadow? See, he's not happy because he's not getting all my attention. He knows the attention's going somewhere else. So I kind of feel like I get pulled in 40 different directions any given day. And I put aside, I'm going to say, between recording videos, going over ideas for videos, sometimes there's videos I make and I don't post. It's at least an hour and a half a day. So, I do that. I put in the work. So when I mention skippable ads, and I mention, that's basically the source of revenue for the channel, I don't do that to be a prick. I do that because it's a bar that tells me whether or not people are having a good experience on my channel, and right now it's telling me they're not. It's telling me that people are tuning out a lot. Because when I'm seeing like $1 a day, that means that out of the hundreds of views I'm getting, there's like very, very few who don't click skip, and probably fewer who watch the entire video. I do see the duration of watch time on a video, and it's not very long. So that stuff, when all that starts dropping, when your revenues are dropping and watch time is dropping, it makes you go, oh man, I've lost them. And that's kind of how I've been feeling the last few days, and it's kind of been in my head all day at work. So anyways, for those of you who made it this far, thank you. I appreciate it. And I've since I hit 1,000 subscribers, I've had the ability to create videos that you have to rent or pay to watch, and paid content, and I don't do any of that. So this isn't a greed thing at all. And I don't put extra videos in the middle. I don't, add a bunch of skippable ads all throughout my video. And there's other channels that do it. There's plenty of channels that do it. So, and I can. It's easy. I can do it at any time. And I know that would increase revenues, but at what cost? It just makes me look like I've really become all about that. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and I will do the Islanders video. I may have to tell Yvonne I'm not going to get to see her today. I don't know, because she has stuff to do at home, and she only has a limited window during which she can pick me up. And I know if I do a video at her place, it's going to be really hard for me to concentrate. So, anyways, that being said, it may still happen. I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all again soon.